Why don't you help us understand when you as an artist started to migrate into this form of expression?
Well, I actually was a school teacher for 24 years. I taught reading and writing in South Phoenix, and I would come home after teaching junior high kids and paint. My paintings were very colorful, very abstract, a lot of movement and organic feeling there. It was actually the low time in art. It was about 2008, 2009 when artists were struggling. The economy had tanked and people were struggling to make a living at art, but it was a good time for me to quit my job. So I started marketing my paintings, and then I decided to take a glass class. I wanted specifically to work with dichroic glass, which is the glass that was developed by NASA in the late 70s. They were using it in their satellite windows and their ends of their cameras because it diffuses light. Very high-tech, interesting material to work with. And I wanted to make it bigger, so I knew about the jewelry, but I wanted to make jewelry-like things larger and put them on copper. Those were my first thoughts. And from that, I've developed this medium.
What was going on here at opening night?
Oh, we had a wonderful, wonderful crowd opening night. I met a lot of new people, got a lot of new contacts. People seemed to really be interested, and I did have a sale that evening, so that was great.
And is this the first time in the desert?
I've been here a couple times. I did the show in January, the Southwest Art Show in Indio, and I did the Arts Under the Umbrella in La Quinta.
Okay.
So I'm the wind here is a little scary, so I actually hesitated to come to this part of the country. I've been traveling a lot to Texas. I go up to Washington. I kind of have to find my niches for my work. This desert is definitely a new market for me.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting because it brings your work into a whole group of people that have never been exposed to your work before. Obviously, when we think about artists like you and we think about that Western states influence that your work really does have, we can't help but think of Santa Fe, our show in Santa Fe, or this show. I mean, there's that marine influence, but there's also that organic, very organic color influence that exists in your work, and it translates in this spectrum of what you present to the public. It's really quite, and I saw, by the way, a package leaving earlier today. There's a woman that was very happy.
Yes, she was. I was glad they found their piece. When I create, I do kind of feel like each piece is made for someone specific, and the more I can travel and get out there and people meet me and see my work, I think my pieces can find their forever home that way.
Just one final comment. You tend to work off of spire vertical work, and yet, very cleverly so, if I were a collector of your work and I needed some width, I needed some horizontal integrity, if you want to call it that, really your work does very well laid out in diptych, triptych, quads. It really lays out well in that regard.
It does, and some of my pieces are they can hang horizontally too. My eye tends to go this way, but one of my clients about a year ago said, Elizabeth, some of us do think this way. So therefore, I do have some of these pieces that do convert to the horizontal. Yeah.
Well, it's great having you here, and congratulations on your success at the show. We're thrilled to have you here.